Gamers, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna finish making my coffee, so I'll be right back. I'll be right. Don't leave, please. I get lonely. My phone.
Onkar spent a long time on this. Wanna have a bite? One sheep, two sheep, three... where was I? Onkar spent a long time on this. Wanna have a bite? One sheep, two sheep, three... where was I?
Guess who's back? Back again. Gamers! How's it going, boys? How's it going, boys? Sick 'em, boys. On that.
Woolies, let's race!
Woolies, let's race. Da-da-da. Where you going, bozo? Ah! Well, hello there. Ori, what do you want? I checked her food. She has food. I even changed her water bowl out. Cleaned it off before I filled it up again. And now she's over here fucking crying for no reason. That's very far away. That's not as far away now. Come on, Ori. Come on, Ori. Oh, what's over here? What you doing over here?
Leave me alone!
Embracing change. Rejuvenating snow.
Man, this guy is
Stay
tanky.
behind me. A change in perception.
Stop moving everywhere, dude. Holy shit. Fucking everything up.
Here we go again!
Now he's super dead,
To
though.
Wuther's belly you go!
Here was tanky. I get all these weapons now. Nom 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 nom. Yummy yummy.
Woolies, let's race!
Whoa! Why to do that? shot my eyes directly to the sun. Oh, those are fire. Let's do a quick change out.
The battlefield is dynamic. Do not let your guard down.
There you go. Where the fuck am I? There we go.
Settled.
Stay behind me. A change of reception. Ha! Frozen blockade.
Bam!
You're wide open.
Now he's super dead.
Tell truth from facade.
Now he's omega dead. Oh, that was close. Yoink, 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 yoink. What's up, bozo? Blah, blah, blah. Yes. Man, before I do this, anything up there? And up there for some reason. Oh wait, there's coins. Okay. I am speed. We did it! Yay! Yoink. 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 Ooh, level up material. Now that's gonna be nice. Well, that sucks. I'm done with that now. Level up? Oh. Boo. I don't know. Abnormal item output of shell credits. Errors in the description of the 5-star weapon. Please check your compensation issue. We appreciate it. Okay. Foggers. I shall use those right now. Oh, you said there's something wrong with the way this is described? How about I find out how it's described and judge for myself? And judge for self. Or not. Or not. What about store? Maybe they think that it's the next month already. Maybe they don't have the calendar. Maybe calendar different in future past world. It doesn't look like it is. Hello, King Lethy of the candy variety. I can boost this. I have triple DPS. Let's get some supports. Skills increased. Okay. Skills. This character's defense increased. She kinda bad though. She kinda bad though. Not in the good way. She just kinda bad. Preying on Boot Hill's downfall. Boot Hill must fall so that I may succeed. Covers 4 resonance energy per second or 5 seconds for the next character. Ooh, so she's a fast ulter. She helps you ult faster. I see. We'll level her up. She's the only other support that's good. So we'll have her as a support. And her. Where is it? And him. So we'll have 3 different supports right there. And then for whenever I get Verena, we'll have her, this chick, by Z, as my healer. And then we can have Verena as a healer, as like a backup. So that'll be like my main cast of characters. And maybe I'll level up Donjin if I have the time. I have a couple of her things right there, but it's just that I have 3 5-star DPS. It's hard to make room to level up this chick. Ori! Meow! Meow! Hello, gamer! Meow! Hello. What, Ori? Come here. Come here. She's so annoying. Oh my god. Hey, come talk on the mic, preesh. I don't think my mic would pick it up. Just because it'll think that it's background noise and it'll filter it out. Yeah, I hope you lose Buddha for the very next pool. She did.
You, isn't it?
She did lose Boot Hill 50-50. She did not get her very next pool. I'm back on 69 pity. That's hilarious. That was fast. Here, look. We'll just wait, you know, and we can use, we got some good ones here. There's a new when I get this. Ooh, aereo damage. Put that there. Boom. So we'll have this here, and then we can change out the 1-star stuff here. Or the other stuff here. This one's really good. How much stuff I have? I don't want to waste all my level up stuff. We can get rid of these guys though. Sheesh. What's some of the characters we need to level up their abilities for? He is completely maxed other than those, but we'll worry about those later. She's unleveled. She's unleveled. We will level up her first. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of those gloops. Goopy gloops. Yeah, my name is Mira. Can't you see? I love Boot Hill. But that's not just me. I want to... Oh, I got unlocked 60. I love to play with Boot Hill, but I don't have him because Cammy sucks. Cammy sucks. Everyone hates Cammy. You.
Tell truth from the sun.
Transmitting frequency. Stay vigilant. Stay vigilant.
Be vigilant.
Acceptable
Stop
damage.
hitting me! You're so annoying.
Embracing rejuvenating snow.
Fury boils. As you wish. Feel my wrath. Miscalculation. Let's do this another way. Ready for battle. Unstoppable.
Yeah.
Break.
Oh, now we're just one big happy family, all grouped up.
Tell truth from the sun.
My phone just decided to restart. Also, why can't he picking fight with me? Next bull. Blame Boot Hill. It was Boot Hill's fault all along.
Such a nuisance. Embracing change.
Inferno. Quarter. Burn. Silence.
Bam.
Let's do this another way.
Bam.
Fear no more.
Bam. Big damage. Oh my god, the damage. GG. That was pretty cool. Way to end it. Just throw him in the air, then throw him back down, then smack him through the heart. Maybe that's enough. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not, actually. Where's she at though? Where's she at though? Where's she at though? Where's she at though? There she is. There she's at though. Bam. It's not gonna be enough. Tall teammates. Oh my god. Attack. Power Ranger and leave me alone. Go, go, Power Ranger. Bow, now, 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 now. How much does this heal for is the real question. That's a lot more health that it heals for. I think we level up that one. And I think that's good. We don't have to level up the others. We got that all good. She needs more. More. Oh my god, she uses the same spindle thing. That's an oof. Alright. What's the main cast? Okay. You got everything. Can I like level up again? Okay, I can ascend again. Level cap 60. Cap 60. This is where the pain begins as well. Because now that everyone's good, not even everyone, because she's still not good. Are you good? I don't think so. You're good enough. You don't need your basic attacks leveled. Dun, 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 dun. We need levels, so can we level you up, girl? We can't. We shall. Because we're going to need this level up material for whenever we get the other characters to level 60. Then I'm gonna get Verena, and I'm gonna have to level up her.
Administering first aid. Endless reverberation.
Fury boils. Leave me alone. Inferno. As you wish.
Bam! Then you pop that, then you switch.
Ready for battle. Wind Rider.
Big dead. Sheesh. Sheesh, 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 sheesh. I'm gonna leave and make sure I selected the new difficulty. Assuming I did. I think it automatically does the hardest. Or if there is even any difficulty to choose from. Yeah, that looks like a whole lot of no difficulty to choose from, so.
Embracing change.
Shit, I didn't get the exit off or whatever, the outro off.
Not worth mentioning. Frozen blockade. I can keep going.
You're wide open.
Bam! Bam!
Finale. Tell truth from the sun. Wind Rider. Settled.
Chee! Bam. That's what I'm assuming. But I also have to exit because I'm dumb. I'm dumb pants. She doesn't have any relics here. Oh, she does! I'm even more dumb pants. It's her that doesn't have the relics below. Oopsie poopsie. That dog just did a backflip. What the fuck? Impressive. I feel like using her. Oh. Bam, 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 bam.
Leave me alone!
Embracing change. Verity shines.
Stop shooting me, please.
Stay behind me. Notice pervades. A change of perception.
Woolly's attack! Ha! Here comes Encore!
Bam, 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 bam. Big damage.
Woolly, leave me
Bye-bye.
alone!
Leave me alone. That's a good amount of level of materials, I think. Bam. Not you, silly. You. Let's see, y'all. You can get leveled up to your max. Well, they gave me like no level up materials because I'm already out. Oh no, I got some golds. That's what's carrying me right now. Those golds are a lot. Alright, those are 50s. Now we can start working on our next characters. Which I really like Encore. She's fun, so I'm going to level her up first. I don't like her charge ability where she's like, leave me alone! But I like the other one. I like all the rest of her kit. Oh no, this is the team I want. Thought I had Encore on, and I was not going to do Fire on Fire. This guy's going to be difficult since my world level's harder.
Stay alert. Ha! An oversight. Stay vigilant. Transmitting frequency. Embracing change. Such a nuisance. Stay
Bam.
behind me. And brave. Frozen blockade.
You're wide open.
Bam.
Tell truth from the side.
Oh, the monkey miss. I was like inside of him when I popped it.
Bide the time.
I'm gonna try something kind of crazy.
Rejuvenating snow. Ha! Stay behind me. Lotus pervade. Ha! A change of perception.
Can you like come over here?
Ready for battle.
Oh my god, I got it! I got it! The damage buff!
Break.
I probably lost one of my damage buffs really fast because of the stupidness of him staying right out of range of me. But that's crazy I can do that. And I think I can only do that with the chick, the ice chick, because the ice chick, she does her like abilities really fast. Like she's on the field and then she's off in like 5 seconds. What a crazy buff I can get. What is this guy? What are you doing? What are you doing over here, big fella?
Embracing change. Commence healing. Stay behind me. Speed not worth mention. Shackles be gone. A change of perception. Not worth mentioning.
Wind Rider.
Big damage.
Tell truth from the side.
Bam. Gold, please. Oh god. So powerful the game froze. Oh, it's purple. I don't think I can get gold yet, actually. Oopsie boopsie. Let me try to fight those bad guys that are up here that are all red and spooky. Them bad fellas.
Stay vigilant. Embracing rejuvenating snow.
And pop my skill.
Stay behind me.
Bam. Bam.
Change of perception.
Bam.
Let frigid death.
Ready for battle.
Oh my god, the damage it just did to him. The fucking bad guys somewhere around here. The boss type enemies. Is that them? I don't know, but there's that right there, so. I'll have to go really high up to still God. My grapple was down. That was close. Where's the wind? Oh my god, it's way up there. Actually, never mind.
Set. Bide the time.
How you get all them hands?
Don't you worry.
Cycle of corruption. Shackles be gone.
Bam. Boy, do I feel cool. Wee! Wee, wee, wee. Alright, now there should be some bad guys around, you know. I do think it's on that place with the chest. I just think I'm out of range to see what is there. Like who's there. Yes, yes, yes. Annoying thing is that they have the nuker. Get rid of that. It's right here.
Embracing change. Strategic adjustment required.
Dude, I'm gonna res. Fucking gun users too? That's gonna be annoying.
Inconclusive results.
I'm getting I don't know who's shooting me, where to dodge from, because there's two people with fucking guns. I'm so scared of everything.
Ready for battle. Fear no more.
He just shot me. He literally just
Cycle of
fucking
corruption.
saw me ulting and he was like, no. What hit me there? Shut the fuck up with your echo. I'm not leveling up purple echoes. They're like, oh yeah, to beat these guys, it's real simple. You just gotta stop being an idiot and go level up some echoes, my guy. You go start farming. No. I'm gonna do the fucking gear quests. I'm getting bullied. I don't want to do the gears. I'll do this. 2,000 XP. That's a lot of XP. But last time I played this story, it sucked, and I can almost guarantee it's gonna suck again. Meow, meow, meow. I'm skipping all of this. I found the guys that jumped you.
See?
Don't fight
How
them.
lively. You really
They're
need
built
to come and see it
different.
in person for the full effect.
And that's thanks to
Well,
Let me
why
skip.
not? Go. Enjoy your youth. I would have rushed to sign up if...
Rover. It's good to see.
Oh, nice to meet you. Anna.
It's not worth Rover.
That's right. Of course. The Jinzhou Riverside Games is an event for all people to enjoy.
Oh, my dark and
Indeed.
mysterious past.
I'm looking forward to your performance, Rover. Only a few.
We haven't held the river during the preparation. It's a pity that...
Rover, I suggest looking around for
110
events to join
birds.
if you're interested. Now, if you'll excuse, have a great time, Rover.
Oh, well. I didn't invite him over. On the other hand...
10% didn't die, that
the
sucks.
situation at the borders under control. Sorry. I'm getting off. Especially those... Rover, are you coming with me?
River, I'm gonna goon. River, please stand back. I have to goon. 6,000 Union XP to level up. Oh, if I do this, it'll get it like there. Or is it 20,000 that I get from the quest? I doubt it. No, that dude be looking like a 2,000. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh, this is gonna be cringe.
All those. Don't give up yet.
Oh
We've
my
still got some time
god.
before the
They
relay
don't want you to
starts.
skip any of this.
Ling Yen, Ganchuan, what's wrong?
Hi!
This is Rover.
Perfect timing. We're having a bit of a situation right now. Two of our teammates, we've asked the organizer.
But the relay is. Are we supposed?
Speaking of which, do you have a team, Rover?
Rover is also a resonator. She's fully qualified for the Gulpuff relay. Still, it depends on whether she'd like to
Resonator.
join you.
It's simple. 4 people take turns controlling a Gulpuff in a relay race. The first
I didn't
team
mean to
reach
click
the finish
that.
line wins. Even if we don't rank, we'll treat you to.
That's right.
Then you're only one person short for the relay. I know a good candidate for that.
Can dates?
Who?
Bingo!
Oh!
Are you serious? The general doesn't look like he'd be interested.
Well, there.
What do you?
Instead of asking questions here, why don't you
I don't have the guts.
go invite him?
We're counting on you, Rover.
Oh, Rover, we're counting on you. My dark and mysterious past involves gooning
Rover,
to
what
one
are
of
you
these
doing here?
puffer
Have you found
fish.
any event that you're in?
I mean, look at its mouth, Rover. It's perpetually
Trouble?
open.
If you're comfortable sharing, tell. So, you want me?
I don't know. I
The key to
can't.
winning a relay race lies in mutual understanding, cooperation, and trust among team members.
I don't trust any of y'all.
Most of the teams are formed. I believe you can find a better candidate for your team.
But what
Joining
about you?
I see. But given we never trained together before, it may a temporary
Yeah, but we fought a
team.
war together. We fought a fucking war together.
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Indeed. No need to worry about the end result. Yes. I'll join you. Spectators are gathering along the lanes. The
Yas,
race should
queen.
start soon. Let's go join our new teammates. Huh. Nothing. Perhaps it's just my imagination.
Rover. No. They're plotting to take over the throne. Oh.
Greetings.
Rover has told me what happened.
Hooray! Now we can join the race.
Not to be a party pooper here, but as a last-minute team, we probably.
Unless what?
Sorry. Forget it. 10 years ago, since then, every time the games are held, a major highlight is whether the record will be broken.
Yeah,
They set the record. Well,
Keep your chin up. Not to mention the team you were talking about was a temporary team, too.
Wow. So even.
Yes.
well, it's been 10 years. I wonder how that team's doing.
We should worry about ourselves first.
Then, General?
As you have
All right. In that
Me?
You've always been
The first runner doesn't...
General, can you be the connecting third runner? Since
A reasonable strategy.
Then the relay order would be me first, followed by Lingyan, then General Jiang.
Rover, this is your first race, and you may receive plenty of attention as the last runner. Please. I'm glad to hear that. Any other questions?
Bro, I'm about to bring up YouTube for the chat to
Yes.
watch
Our team
before
doesn't
we
have a name
all
yet.
pass out. See YouTube. Oh, let me try that again. I fucked up.
Since Rover brought this team together, maybe we should let her decide the name.
What? No, I didn't. I didn't bring it together. Huh? Nani? Bakara?
Good. It sounds easy to remember. The name is settled then. Everyone, please get ready in your designated exchange zones. We can stay in touch with our terminals
Lucky
once the
number
race
7.
begins.
7 days in a week, 7 days till Sunday. 7. 7 wonders of the world.
It has been a long journey for Destiny over the last
7 gooners of the world. So it's Rick and Morty. No. Rick. Whoa. That's weird. Why is it doing it like that? Why does it look like this?
Victory will be ours.
What the fuck? What is this layout? And if I shrink it, it does like that. Transform. Fit the screen? What? Filters? Why has it got that filter? There we go. No, we
Victory
shrink.
will be
Oh,
ours.
there we go. Oh. Cammy broke the internet. Typical Cammy.
decade.
Who else
That's
but
right, Destiny
Cammy?
turns 10 years old in September. It's
10
a journey that
years
spanned
old.
2 console generations
Oops.
and 3 publishers, first Activision, then Bungie itself,
We gotta do it like
and now
this.
Sony.
Oops.
Hell, I met my wife, got married, and had 2 kids since I started my journey as a Guardian. The point is,
Goofy
it's been a
wife.
hell of a
Why'd she
ride
do
for
that?
Destiny faithful, and this finale of the Light and Darkness saga has a lot riding on it for players
Victory
who followed
will
this
be
game
ours.
since the beginning. And Bungie wants to surprise and delight their fans with something special. for
There
the
we go.
end Of the Light and Darkness saga. The team
Bam.
invited us to play a handful of story missions, dive into Prismatic, try the new exotic class item, test out the new subclass, play with a handful of new exotics, and even let me get destroyed in PvP. But here's PvP kills, Fallout, and data were nice enough to let me get during the preview. Thanks, guys. All of that crammed into 2 days was glorious, but I'm sure there's one question that is on your mind. Did they pull it off? Did the final shape wind up being an impactful send-off for the story we started all those years ago? Well, I'm not sure yet.
This is
The
when he
story we did
freaks
get to
out.
experience was different. The entire premise and aesthetic the Witness is built with the Pale Heart is about perception and memory, and my interpretation of the story is that it seems to focus on one core tenet: grief. How do you deal with loss? How do you deal with the complex emotions of losing someone or something you love? To what lengths will you go to prevent it from happening again? It's an interesting motif that plays out with the weird and wild interpretation the Witness has of the locations we've seen before.
Spooky.
Like the highway where we were first brought into this world, but it's held up by creepy hands that stretch out beneath it. Or the Destiny 1 tower, which is
I'm
all
dying.
but covered in glazed row. These interpretations are both endearing and off-putting at the same time. You'll remember the time you spent there if you're a long-time Destiny player, but something about all of it just doesn't feel right.
Rover,
It's almost
you
like
all
you're
right?
experiencing someone's happy dream in one section,
It's not what I expected the
I'm
heart
sorry for
travel
what just
would be
happened.
like,
You
but it's
almost reached the finish line and then...
beautiful.
and their nightmare in the next. And to preface this part, I didn't play the entire story, but I did play a very large chunk of the campaign,
Rover,
stopping
did
just
you
short
notice
of the
anything
7th
unusual
finale.
before?
I think I heard
What
something.
I did see
Voice
left me
briefly
feeling a
went
bit
you.
mixed
Let's
from a
I
storytelling
understand.
perspective.
But
The
most of
story
the
is
teams
much
are
better
waiting to
than
start their
Lightfall in
race.
terms of
And it's our
composition,
first
but
Riverside
pacing in terms of
Games in
gameplay
years, the voice you
feels
mentioned.
off. It also
When
doesn't
Rover
even
asked,
attempt
I
to
have
tie together
requested
any
a
of the
scene.
lingering story
There might
threads
be an
that are still
under-records
there
My
years
trust
later.
man
Eris
somehow
Morin
ended up
didn't make
riding
an
a
appearance
Gulpuff
at
when
any
it all
point, which
happened.
felt
And he
odd given
seemed
the
to
important
really
role she
enjoy it.
played in
They all
getting us to
seemed
this
super
point.
excited.
The main villain of
I get
Beyond Light,
that person
Aramis,
went
just
you,
kind
I'm
of
going with
fizzled
you.
out after breaking free of the stasis prison she was in.
And then
Of course.
nothing.
You are
I
respected
mean,
by many.
nothing.
If you're willing to
Meanwhile,
help us
we've
calm
learned
people
to
down,
completely remove the line between
Thank you.
darkness and light and unlock a whole new subclass in the form of prismatic.
The line between light and dark is... it's gone. It's gone.
And these are
It's
all
gone!
things that
It's
felt like they would have come
gone!
to a head in this final battle, as each of the pieces played a part in getting us here. Instead, it's solely focused on a few key players: the Queen, Crow, Cade,
gonna
Ikora,
lower
Zavala,
the
and our
voice
Guardian.
volume
And because
here.
this is the finale, I had hoped for a bit more than another romp with the Vanguard when there are so many pawns left on the playing field. But to be fair, all of that could be covered in the episodes or post-campaign content we didn't get to play. So I can't hold that against them too much, while there are still several pieces of the puzzle left in the box in the form of exotic quests and follow-up missions post-campaign. What I can be critical of, however, is the implementation of puzzles that repeatedly grind your gameplay to a dead halt. That feeling of being grinded to a dead halt rears its head again with Transcendence, because if you're not using the Prismatic subclass and instead want to try out one of your new supers, you're going to be stopped in your tracks. See, certain enemies require having a barrier removed with Transcendence during gameplay. So if you choose the other super, the only way to become Transcendent during the campaign is to backtrack and stand in a pool while you wait for your Transcendence to power up. Or take cover while the bad guys you can't damage shoot at you as you cower in fear waiting for a pool to power you up so you can simply get to the next story beat. The new supers with the Prismatic subclass are unlocked later in the campaign though. And there are other puzzles we got to experience that are similar to what I'm describing here. Puzzles that aren't particularly difficult, but require completing a menial task to lower a barrier that's halting your progress. You'll often be standing in an empty room, hunting down a node, or having to run from one end of the map to another to get a material you need simply to get to the next encounter. There were some compelling puzzles later on that involved dispelling an aura, which is a bit more involved, and I did appreciate the fact that they actually made me think a bit.
It seems clear they really want you to use Prismatic.
Even if it's not as powerful as I had hoped, especially as the starting Prismatic abilities on the Hunter, namely the multi-shot Golden Gun and Silence and Squall Stasis ability, aren't my favorite. Simply put, the majority of puzzles felt like either a missed opportunity at best or an annoyance at worst. Complaints aside, one thing the team got right was including fragment
this way.
drops as part of your campaign progress. I was so thankful to see these, as it meant no more boring material farms to unlock all your Guardian's abilities and get
Bam!
Instead, it appears you'll be able to acquire all you need from simply playing the game. And that's a small example of a quality of life change by the name. An even bigger one was the Pale Heart Patrol area that's filled with entirely new public events, interesting patrols with new mechanics, new lost sectors, and an objective called Overthrow. As you clear the various objectives scattered about in the Pale Heart Patrol zones, you'll be leveling up Overthrow to the max rank of 3. Once at level 3, a unique encounter will start that's different.
They're so tanky in the open
In
world.
the landing, I fought a witch devoted to Savathing. Her would spawn protection that you would need to dispel in between each damage phase. The Blooming had me fight Vexalos, taken by the Witness, who needed to have its shield dispelled by standing in pools that gave you a volatile feature buff. And once you had this, you needed to detonate it on the boss to take down its shield. And on the Impasse, a landing zone, I fought Runa, Subjugator of Chasms, who had mechanics somewhat similar to those found in the Volk encounter from the Valid Disciple raid. In that it would require you to collect Dread Resonance to make Runa vulnerable again. Each of these were very fun, and I can't
Bada
wait
bing.
to see the pandemonium that these areas will turn into
Bada boom.
the first few weeks after
What did that
Final
unlock?
launches. The map feels huge, and
Okay.
every single public event I played was completely new. This was a huge highlight for me and a much needed refresh to the landing zones in Destiny 2. There are even feathers to collect, which is just a perfect touch given the teaser we got between Crow and Cade that leads to this finale. These all are parts of the new Pathfinder reward system that will have you complete various objectives at your own pace to unlock coveted items at the end of the tree. Don't like one landing area? Take on another boss. In practice, I like this, and just doing the areas passively, I found that I unlocked this little bonus in the background. I do like that you'll be able to take the path of your choosing or branch off should you desire a new path if you get a bit sick of grinding Gambit or battling in the Crucible. And it seems like different modes will have their own version of Pathfinder. For example, Vanguard Activities had one, and I also had one for doing objectives across the Pale Heart. Finally, the gear. I wish I could tell you the new exotic class item was particularly compelling, but looking at the combinations and having fiddled with Prismatic, I admit feeling a little bit underwhelmed with both systems. It feels like the exotic class item exists simply to buff Prismatic, which currently feels a bit weak. Granted, some meta build will emerge after launch, I'm sure, but as it stands, I'm not seeing a path that makes it really shine. For example, I'm in a really powerful Strand build that utilized the Hunter's Void Tether super, but even with a God Rule drop, I don't see how the class item buffs it more than just running a normal Strand would. Strand is already very
Why is that guy level 56, you know, level 55? That doesn't make sense.
Or wow factor.
It's like his big dad?
Well, the
they
power
brothers?
up animations are cool when you go transcendent. What I did like was the new supers. Rolling a Hunter, I was having a blast teleporting around with the new Storm's Edge super. Once cast, your electrified dagger will fly across the screen and you'll zip to its location. Again, as a terrible PvP player, this was an incredibly powerful tool that I could see high-level players taking advantage of in some fun ways. And while I didn't play with the Titan, the Twilight Arsenal Axe super also looks really intriguing because you spawn 3 Void Axes that can be picked up by other players and used as a weapon. Sorry, Dad. The Warlock sees the return of Song of Flame, which gives the Warlock a solar soul that will seek out and destroy opponents in your path. None of these seem like they'll be boss DPS supers, but for clearing lower rank foes and in PvP, I do think we'll see some interesting usage of it. And on the gear front, there are a plethora of new exotics to try out. I mainly played with the Hunter Leg exotic Balance of Power. These boots give your threaded Spectre increased duration and durability, but damaging it releases more threadlings, and when you're near your Spectre, you'll remain hidden from radar. The Gifted Conviction chestplate makes you spawn a wave of orb arcs that seek out nearby opponents, and I've got to be honest, it's probably the coolest looking out of all that I tried. On the Titan side of things, I took a peek at Wishful Ignorance, which has an insanely detailed design of small moving levers that just sticks knees. It powers up to give you an additional Frenzy Blade charge and make both Frenzy Blade and Flechette Storm increase their damage with each strike. Well, pulses from your Banner of War return melee energy based on the number of allies healed. This one seems like it does a lot and could be really, really good in the game. Hazardous Propulsion adds rockets to your class ability as you get primary kills, which is just wacky to think about. And Warlocks, well, I forgot to take a peek for you, but we know that the chest plate will give you additional needles, causing suspension, and there's likely a lot more beyond all of this that I didn't cover in this preview. Like the new Warlock Helmet exotic that Bungie's been teasing. On the weapons front, we got to toy around with a few returning firearms and a few new ones. It was a mixed bag, which is to be expected, but there was one standout for me in the form of Still Hunt. Still Hunt is a sniper that charges up with each precision hit and can then be activated by holding down R to give you 3 golden gun shots. I can't tell just yet, but this seems like it's broken, especially when comparing what an actual golden gun does for damage while on the prismatic subclass versus this thing. It seems like a good combo to me. The Vostok makes a return, and it seems pretty strong as bullets will ricochet every 7th bullet that is fired from the weapon, dealing additional damage and ricocheting to nearby targets. Red Death Reformed was the Battle Pass exotic, and after giving it a try, it certainly felt like Red Death, healing on kills and giving a faster reload time. And finally, Microcosm is a bit of an interesting one that I didn't know how to feel about, but it claims to deal massive bonus damage to shields. I'm not quite sure yet about the use case for this, but I'll be interested to learn more. There were also a handful of legendary weapons that had a card theme to them, which felt mostly underwhelming with the exception of one or two standouts. There was one notable sidearm named the Call, which fired rockets and was really powerful when being used in battle. It was awesome, but the rest felt a bit too similar to other weapons we've seen before. Fooled Endings has a hard-hitting 2-round burst, which is interesting for a hand cannon, but didn't really gel for me. Even the heavy machine gun Pro Memoria that I used in most of my footage was somewhat similar to my Marcado 45 with a hatchling perk. In the weapon department, my standouts were easily Silent Hunt Sniper for style alone, and the Wishful Ignorance Titan exotic arms for design and potential. But otherwise, time will tell how these new introductions shake out in the loot pool. And that's the sentiment I largely left my preview feeling, unsure about how this will all play out. There were some really great highlights in the new patrol area and a ton of new information to parse during my 2-day preview session. But I'm left worried it's not going to come together in the way that fulfills fans. Gameplay-wise, there's going to be plenty to dive into with the player's active campaign. But will the campaign be a hit for fans? Could it ever be a hit for fans? We're talking about 10 years of build-up to this moment, a ton of story threads to tie up, a ton of pressure on Bungie to nail it. I'll be there with you to see how it all plays out. For more on Destiny, be sure to check out our build guide. And for more on all things gaming, keep it right here on IGN.
Ooh, look at them. Hit them gritties. Hit the gritties. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that looks scary. Oh no. Scary.
The tacit discords are increasing. Let's take them down first.
Bro, I saw this. This is crazy. We're gonna watch Penguin Zero. Thank you, Mira. Penguin Zero. Listen, look at this. I saw this yesterday.
If you sleep on your side, I bet you hate your pillow.
No.
They might be.
He used the bowling ball from that one show.
Pandemics are a real bummer. There's nothing good that comes from a pandemic. It's all bad stuff from top to bottom. But we'd be lying to ourselves if we didn't acknowledge that Zoom might be one of the best things to ever happen to court. I have a guilty pleasure of tuning into disastrous Zoom court hearings. And they happen all the time. Every single day there's a new atrocious Zoom court moment. And yesterday we were blessed with an absolute banger, scrumptious little masterpiece. A gentleman was scheduled to appear in court over Zoom about a suspended driver's license. And he does his due diligence as any good citizen would. He joins the Zoom meeting. However, he joined while driving with a suspended license, which the whole hearing was about, leaving the entire court stunned.
That was crazy.
It was as if for a moment every member of that courthouse stared into the eyes of a basilisk and was turned to stone, just instantly petrified in sheer bewilderment that he had called in while driving in a case about a suspended license that he has, driving without a valid license. And what's even more interesting is this isn't the only time it's happened. This one just happened to be the newest and more entertaining one that I've seen. I was wondering why so many people all of a sudden just asked me about, like, the guy with a suspended license joining a Zoom call while driving. Apparently this just happened again. I remember something like this happened years ago. This must be kind of common.
Orcall's case, people versus Corey Harris.
It's the cheers during
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Stewart should be present. Still?
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
It's an auto-driving vehicle, Your Honor. I'm here babysitting it.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Brother, we can still see the environment You were parked for like a second there, and he's still like, yeah, almost parked, parking, almost.
Look at this
parked,"
guy's
as he's trying to, like,
face
think
too.
Of reasons for like how he's gonna get
Look at
out
this
of
guy's
this.
face whenever he
Almost
notices.
parked,
I'll just
almost
I'll make it
parked.
bigger in a second. We make it small
Almost
for
there.
now.
His membership spark.
I'm pulling in right now at this.
His face when they say it is fucking hilarious.
What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Are these the spectators we saw earlier?
Oh my god, that was the most aggressive frown I've ever seen. He is mean mugging so hard. Cedric Simpson is fucking. He's got like a cartoonish frown. That's like an emoji frown. Zuri Sib Queen.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving.
Look at his face.
And
Your
Look at
Honor,
this guy's fucking
we don't
face.
have allegedly driving. We don't have all of the evidence. We
Look
can
at this
only
man's
see from
face.
his chest up. Anything. This could be green screen. It could be deepfaked.
When he hears that, he's just, oh,
he didn't have a license.
fuck. He doesn't know what to say.
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Oh, he's listening. Say it to him.
Oh. He's
He raised his hand. Can you ask him a question, Your Honor?
Oh.
Is this real? Is this fucking real? Wait, Tampa Bay.
Holy shit, he's like,
Hey, hold on, I gotta learn a little-
he's
little bit more about
lost in
this.
the sauce.
Perhaps he's been
Someone
freed.
come and get this
Everyone here is
man.
stun locked. It's just complete fucking silence that has fallen on the courtroom. This guy's doing his best to keep it together. Her as well.
Everyone in the courtroom's trying not to laugh.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
How's it going, Corey?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
What do you mean 1 minute? Let him defend himself. There's a lot of slander being thrown around in there.
It's the temporary team from a decade ago.
I don't even know why he would do that. So, defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is throwing himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today.
Can you get his side of the story, please, Your Honor?
Result in a bench warrant with no bond.
To more defeat speculation, this scenario.
And he goes, oh my god.
Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Okay.
Court calls case, People versus Maya Isom.
I feel like we may have brushed over this case a little too quickly, Your Honor.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Page for Ms. Isom.
There was more to this story. It was like a transformer, more than meets the eye. Time to drive back home. Yeah, true. So what was the
Got
verdict?
no bounds, yeah.
We don't know yet. It's still in deliberation.
It's so funny.
Neutral with him in it. He's been kidnapped, which is why he was so silent. He was speaking in code. Clearly, he was just trying to prove that his license should be reinstated. Honestly, he could have made that point. Like, as you can see, Your Honor, I'm doing just fine here. I would appreciate if you'd reinstate my license now. Do you remember this court Zoom call when someone joined in with a cat filter? There's been a lot of... I'm
cat filter.
super happy that so many of these court things have gone to Zoom because it always ends up just going online. And some of them are just amazing. Like the guy that joined, he was a... I don't remember what it was, like what he was joining for, but it was something that he needed to appear in court for, so he did it over Zoom, and he joined with the name Buttfucker9000. And the judge was like, "What is your name, sir? That is not your name." And he's like, "Oh God, I don't know how that got there. Yeah, I'm not. Oh God."
Then we'll bring this fool in.
Oh, Buttfucker3000. Sorry. 9,000 was like mini versions in the future.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yes.
Nathaniel Saxon, sir.
Your name's not Buttfucker 3000. You logging into my court with that as your screen name.
Why would
I'll
that?
discuss that in a little bit.
Big miscalculation from
What
Jason
kind of
Statham.
idiot logs into court like that?
100% that guy was just logging into the Zoom thing and thought he just needed like a temporary name. Because there are some things where you just type in like a name and it never shows up, it just uses your real name or whatever. It's just like, alright, whatever, Buttfucker 3000. And it just runs with it. It's so good. Also, Joseph, please change the angle. When I first watched this video, I thought for sure he had his cock out. I was like really thinking I was looking at this man stroking his meat. That is a terrible angle, Joseph. Get control of your court, Jeffrey.
Bwong.
He probably had
Bwong.
that name before joining.
Such a cool
Oh, that's
area.
true. Doesn't Zoom log your names? Yeah, maybe he did have that name with like his friends or something. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Look at the one for the cat filter. The cat filter. Nice.
I believe you have a filter turned on. You might want to.
Oh, look at
We're trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but.
Why? It's fine. This is helping your case.
To go forward with it.
That's so goofy.
I'm not a cat.
It's not a tech.
Thank you for clarifying.
I'm not a cat.
You've been getting caught jerking off. Yeah, I made a whole video on that one. That one was great. Lubin the Tubin. Lost his whole job over that too. And then they had him. That one's so good. Because they brought Jeffrey Tubin back on down the line. They're like, so what did you get fired for? And he's like, well, you know what I got fired for. I was masturbating. Zoom meeting. Thought I was alone. They had him like recount it as a good war story and apologize live on air. That was great.
Bam! Another one. No ads, no. Well, what is this? A Titanfall rip-off?
What makes you mad more than anything in the world? What gets under your skin and just ticks you off? I know that this is an iconic question once posed by the great Ned Schneebly in School of Rock, but it applies to what I want to talk about today, because for one unhinged psychopath, the answer to this question was so baffling he ends up throwing his life away for something extremely insignificant. We've all got mad at small things, right? Trivial shit that doesn't matter, whether it's, you know, getting killed in a video game that you think is the result of lag, or maybe someone gives you some goofy eyeballs and you don't like the way they look at you and it makes you feel a little uneasy and it makes you upset perhaps. We've all got mad at something mundane, but one man in Oregon just got so upset that a parade forced him to go on a bit of a detour that he decided to fucking bulldoze through the blockade and then drive through the parade, nearly hitting people, including children, and will now likely spend the rest of his life behind bars, rightfully so.
That's like attempted murder to like 900 people. Everyone at the parade that was in his way.
Fucking lost his mind
Holy
and
shit.
filmed himself doing it the entire time, by the way. All because of a slight detour for a parade. Now, there was one intellectual in chat last night that for some reason his comment was so stupid that it's sticking with me and just marinating in my brain about this story. He said, "Why is he getting punished? No one got hurt." Brother, let me sit you down in the stupid chair real quick. You can't bulldoze through a blockade, and keep in mind, I haven't shown you the video yet, but I will in a second. There is a scene, like straight out of an old 90s action film, where he like ramps his car up on 2 fucking wheels in order to squeeze through the blockade more efficiently and blast through the parade. You can't do that because you're endangering all the lives around you. I can't believe that that even needs explaining in any capacity at all. It blows my mind that I even need to tell you why that's bad. Especially when we've already seen a couple times in the past someone using their vehicle as a weapon during parades where they hit and kill people. Even if his goal wasn't the attempted murder of people at the parade, he almost hit people, and this easily could have ended up in a situation where he did hit, harm, or even kill people from this reckless action. So just because he narrowly avoided a fatal catastrophe doesn't mean that he shouldn't be punished. He is not fit to be in society. And not only that, I'm gonna go ahead and give away a big spoiler, he's also a fucking pedophile. He has a rap sheet that extends for like most of his life, and a lot of the crimes involve sex crimes with minors. I'll just go ahead and play you the news segment here that we went over on stream. See the video of the guy driving through the Portland parade? Oh, that was so fucking weird, yeah. He didn't hit me once, but it was so weird. I didn't see the whole video, but I saw... Like,
what was this little guy doing? Bye-bye.
Brave showing it? No, he doesn't hit anyone. I don't exactly, they said road rage, but I don't exactly know what it was in particular, but for some reason he just drives through the parade and then just drives fucking through it. It's crazy. It was unhinged.
Bam, 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 bam.
Wait, so this was all over the road being blocked off for a parade. Holy
Alright.
shit.
Pop that, bada bing, bada boom, pop that, pop that, pop that. Hit him with the ya-ya! Swap?
I don't think I've ever been that mad over anything in my life. Jesus, he's got
Hit
that
him with
bitch
the
up on
ult.
wheels. God damn, he did, like I said, he doesn't hit anyone, but look at this shit. That's terrifying. This is his camera POV. Well, yeah, obviously it's his camera POV. They didn't put like a drone on his hood or anything. For some reason, he records his own cabin, even though I can't imagine this is an isolated incident with this kind of blow up. Yeah, this is the guy. He caught himself in 4K.
Bam. Dodge. Fucking got your dodge.
Not guilty, huh? Are we sure? I've been framed.
Dodge. Holy shit. Got to your dodge.
Whoa.
Grab
So
that.
he's a pedophile, too. Good lord. What the fuck? Well then. What a situation. All that because they blocked off the road for a fucking parade. Well, I mean, I don't think he's leaving jail.
Bam.
38
That.
counts. I mean,
The
you,
spinnies.
Shocker,
Ba, ba, ba,
you
ba,
can't
ba,
do
ba, ba,
this.
ba, 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 ba.
You can't just drive through a parade like that. So I don't think he's going to be leaving jail anytime soon.
Oh,
I really wonder
Only
what
in
he was
America,
such a
yeah.
rush for. I am curious. Man heard the elementary school was about to get out and he wanted to go get good seats.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what he'd be so angry about for having like a slight detour. You would think someone would be careful driving.
Oh
with
my
a suspended
god.
license.
So murk.
Well, not only that, you'd think he'd be even more cautious having a suspended license and also being a fucking pedophile. Like, the last thing you'd want is for people to know about you.
Yeah.
This man just put himself out there in the biggest way possible.
This part's kind of cool. Is
He's going back to jail
oh my brain.
Suspended license, no insurance, and he's self-recording. The
Oh,
self-recording
this hurts
might
my
actually
eyes.
just be a court order, though, to make sure there's no children in his car. Like, I can't imagine this guy would be self-recording on his own volition. This had to be, like, the government stepping in saying,
It would've been
"Listen,
cooler if
you
you
can have
rode
access
the
to a motor
sphere."
vehicle, but we have to know who's inside
Alright,
your
that's
cabin
pretty
at all
cool, though.
times." The gall to plead not guilty, though, when he records himself doing it is incredible. I understand that that's probably just like the standard legal strategy, but man, that is very silly. Keep in mind, this is all alleged. Of course, yes. He allegedly drove through the parade while recording himself screaming and running through this entire celebration. and then parking his car.
Fletchin.
It could have been anyone. We don't know yet. It was all AI. That's going to be a real legal defense strategy pretty soon. Your Honor, that's not my client. It's a deep fake. My client can't even make this face. I want to show you a bit from his dash cam perspective here because it's diabolical. He goes over the traffic cones and now he starts speeding up. He's treating this like it's a game of Grand Theft Auto 5.
That's
so he pops
fucking
it up here. He's got his
crazy.
action movie stunt going on. He goes through the bigger blockades and the bigger trucks, and then he gets around to the actual parade. And this is where things get
fucking
really
unhinged.
scary. This is that kind of shit that has you hold your breath when you see the footage, because he is going fast. This man is fucking zooming. He is cruising here, nearly loses control because he like hops over the
Right
grass there, it
past a
seems.
bunch of
And then it
children.
almost feels like right here he starts contemplating whether or not to hit people.
Yeah, it almost hits a person for no reason.
He then continues to drive through the parade for a lot longer, and there's also like a police officer that tries to get him to stop. He refuses to, and eventually drives out of the parade and away. All of this over having to just be slightly inconvenienced
Spooky.
because of a detour due to a parade. It's fucking crazy. There are absolute lunatics out there. It's frightening. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Yeah.
An oversight.
There's a mystery, of course. So grab the Scooby snacks and let's get to work.
Scooby
A pool at a
snack.
Quality Inn has been mysteriously turning green 12 separate times. This isn't how God intended. This is not natural. They suspect this is intentional sabotage of this particular Quality Inn, but when authorities check the surveillance camera footage, they find no evidence of any culprits going to the scene of the crime or anything like that. How is that possible? Are they being attacked by an invisible man? Is this a situation as a happening? The gangs are fighting back and what's the motive? And most importantly, who really is behind it? It's very clear that there is a supervillain in this, and only I'm qualified to crack this case and get to the bottom of it.
Bam.
When it comes to mysteries, I'm like Elves and Death Note. I figured out what happened to B.B. Cooper. I even solved the mystery of who shit in my pants when I went to Halloween Horror Nights in middle school. There's nothing I can't solve given enough time. But luckily in this case I didn't need to. In fact, the authorities pieced the puzzle together and it is so fucking wacky I can't wait to share it with you.
Cops pull up to a shocking sight. A pool where the water is turned neon green.
What in the world? What?
Ooh, that did so much damage. The schmack?
This Quality Inn and Suites in New Jersey was baffled with
No!
the hotel mysteriously turned from clear water to this.
The voiceover for this one makes it sound like an old infomercial. Turn from clear water to this. Ew.
Sad. Oh no, he's so sad. Oh. I will believe in myself. Oh, all the tears, all the souls. All of his friends at the Samosa Games. Oh, he lost all his friends. That was my dark and mysterious past. Alright. Sag, do you want noises? Alright, back to Goofy.
But luckily with OxyClean, he got it right
Penguin
back
Zero.
to a clear blue. I don't know why he's like exaggerating.
Got some
all of the
Gatorade
statements
in
this
that
manner,
pool.
like with his intonation, but it's really enjoyable. It makes it like even more gripping, in my opinion.
Next.
But anyway, that's the story in a nutshell. This Quality Inn, for some reason, keeps having their pool turn green. And the only way to fix that is for them to keep draining the pool, which is extremely expensive.
I watched it turn green in front of my eyes.
Somebody sabotaged my pool. My pool is yellow as my guests can go inside the pool.
I broke down. I didn't know what to do because with all these kids waiting to use the pool, but they couldn't go in.
The pool had to be drained and refilled with clean water. 2 days later,
The vandalist is back again. Our pool is green as a grass.
a total of 12 times.
So either this place is
12
cursed, or they built it on top of a Hulk burial ground, and he's getting his revenge by turning the pool green with gamma radiation, or there really is a practical jokester that's
so
really taken a liking to
stupid.
turning this pool
I love
green
it.
for some reason. That's all the information we have to work with so far. There are some more clues we'll get to in a moment, but let's start to piece together potential narratives together as a thought experiment. Perhaps whoever is responsible for sabotaging this is a previous guest at the Quality Inn who recently had a negative experience with that pool. Now, if I was on scene during this investigation with my monocle, magnifying glass, and pipe that I was smoking, the first thing I would ask would be if I could have access to the guest registry over the last couple of weeks, and if there had been any reports of complaints from the guests about the pool. Assuming, of course, the Quality Inn keeps records on their complaints, it would give me a narrower list of suspects that I could focus on. I'd then set up an interview with each name on that list, and I'd do a little game of good cop, bad cop, where I'd be the bad cop, and the good cop would come in with like a soda from McDonald's. I'd invite them to drink the soda. When they take a sip, I would then inform them that what they just
The soda was green
which means
all
they can
along.
no longer lie.
Oh.
Then I'd finally finish it off with the brain buster, the most important question: did you do it? And then I'd gauge their response from there.
This is every damn day, man. Look at the pool.
That's
like neon yellow color.
It was just, and the entire pool was
So
involved.
weird.
what was turning the pool green? Here
What
the
was
first
turning the
clue.
pool
An
green?
object she found at the bottom of the pool.
I'll be honest, that object looks like some kind of extraterrestrial being. If you put a picture of that object on the r/alien subreddit, they would gobble that shit up as true evidence of like an alien brainstem or something. That would give me no clues here. I'd start really thinking paranormal about this. Like, oh, maybe there's not a person behind this. Maybe it's a cryptid or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. That looks disgusting. Whatever that is. It must be whatever turns the pool green. Some kind of like dissolvable mesh or some shit maybe that, you know, distributes the green dye to the rest of the pool. But yeah, that shit is yucky.
But when police reviewed the motel surveillance video, they found nothing suspicious. Here's Stephen Fabian.
So how did the pool turn?
Man, it looks like he's
green?
about to
Well, cops
fall
say
into the pool.
culprit used a drone like this.
A
to hover over his
drone?
target before releasing a concentrated packet of dye.
The dye is actually a life-saving device used for ocean rescues.
When they broke the magician's
the
code and
fuck?
revealed how this was most likely done, it blew my tiny little brain. I realized at that moment I would never cut it as a detective trying to piece together a complicated case. That whole idea never even crossed my noodle as a possibility. That the reason someone didn't show up on surveillance camera yet the pool still turned green was because it was transported via drone outside of the security camera's, you know, field of view. That would have never been something I thought of. That is actually so devious. It's admittedly a pretty clever plan here, because then the actual person responsible for it is a long distance away from the scene of the crime, so there's not a ton of breadcrumbs to follow. This is one of those galaxy brain maneuvers that you see fictional villains
Why would he
do
keep
in media.
doing it?
But somehow, the cops did catch him. So I'm not only impressed
That's
by
a crazy
that
that
they
you
used
do it
here in order
12
to dissuade
times.
the
Why
green
not
guys
just
to
do it
pool,
like
but also the
5
fact that they
times and
got
then stop?
caught.
You wouldn't have
So,
been caught.
who do police say was behind the attacks? They arrested 45-year-old Patrick Spina, who owns a heating and air conditioning business close to the motel. The motive? Cops say he's a prankster. He didn't have much to say when we caught up with him.
There he is, that
The motive?
scoundrel.
Pranking.
So, they've got him. Apparently,
He was
I will say
pranking
that
them.
They didn't do a great job of explaining how they really connected him to this. So apparently he owns a business nearby, but when I first heard that, I thought it'd be like, oh, it must be a competing business, and this is his way of sabotaging a competitor, trying to like take them out of business or financially harm them. But apparently they believe the motive is genuinely him just being a quirky little jokester. I also needed to dig a bit deeper in here to figure out
What an
how exactly
asshole.
they connected this drone to this
It's
individual.
a prank.
So apparently
It's a
they had
prank if you
spotted
do it
over
once,
the
not
Quality
12
Inn on
fucking
September
times.
1st, and then just followed it back to where he was and then arrested him. So they did catch him red-handed with his hand in the cookie jar here. But the motive of just being a prankster is incomprehensible to me because this is not a.
I don't like that his eyes
This is
glow
a dozen
like
times.
that.
This is just genuine
He
vandalism
looks
and
evil. Oh God, what was that?
Ruin that business because it's super expensive to keep.
I went too
fixing
fast
it.
with
Not
the
only did they have to keep
the
draining
scenes,
the
I
pool and
guess.
refilling it, but now they're going to have to refinish it too, since the green dye is harmful to the pool as well. So the frequency and all of that makes it seem like it's not really a joke. Because I mean, what's the haha moment? It's just this fucking goofball. Like, there's no way he's treating this like a joke. There had to be a deeper motive to it that I don't think is pranks. Though I guess I could be totally wrong here, since pranks in the modern age are just legitimate degeneracy and actual just harming people half the time. So maybe it is possible that this is just his idea of what a prank is.
Yay, we did
really
it!
took a big toll on the motel's owner because it is super expensive.
I just hope that this bonehead paid for what he
This
did,
bonehead.
and he never ever do anything this dumb and so stupid to impact other people's livelihood.
The suspect is charged with criminal mischief and faces fines as
Ah,
much as
fancy.
$30,000.
Clap, clap, clap.
The hotel owner says that prank cost her at least $20,000.
Yeah, so the mystery has been solved. He
$20,000.
is facing a charge for this, and
Why did he
hopefully
keep
will
doing
be
it?
responsible for paying for all the damages caused to the motel.
Yeah, that's so fucked.
A happy ending here, but what a wild little adventure to go on, because again,
Oh, wow, I leveled up
don't know
quite a
how
lot.
you'd ever really piece this one together if you never saw the drone in the surveillance camera or anything. They must have just got lucky that they saw the drone over the quality in at one point and then just followed it back to home base. Yeah, so now we can comfortably close the books on the mysterious case of the pool turning green. Just wanted to share that with all of you. That's about it. See ya.
Skip.
The reviews are in, and they are spicy. Jimmy John's new firecracker wrap.
Boy howdy, do I have a wacky story to share with you today. On today's episode of I Can't Believe It's Not Florida, we have the story of a man in New Jersey who crashed his car through a police station while listening to Welcome to the Jungle.
That's
So I'm
hilarious.
guessing
I have
he
to
had
go
that
over.
song
That's so
cranked to
funny.
max volume and the adrenaline was pumping in his body. The song was reaching its
I'd be
crescendo
freaking out if I saw a
chorus,
fish
and
doing
his
this.
eyes rolled the back of his skull. Welcome
Like,
to the
holy
Jungle,
shit, was that
sung
fish
the spirit
on?
of Evel Knievel, takes the wheel, the demon of speed is there, puts the pedal to the metal, just crashes into the police station, and then he like celebrates, kind of. It's an unbelievable clip here from the surveillance camera.
So
footage.
slippery. Oh, he just crashed in the police station. What are these cheers? Oh no, he puts his hands up. What the fuck? He's acting like, woo, I did it. Yeah, fuck you, police.
He gets out of the car like a gymnast who just landed an impressive trick. He like strikes a pose like he was expecting some kind of huge celebration, a massive round of applause as if it was a concert or something and he was performing. It's almost impressive just how much gusto he gets out of the car with. I don't know what he was expecting
Let's hit him with
to happen
it.
next. Man thought he was in an audition for...
Pause it. Blind it. We're getting him right here. Whoops. We're getting him right here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. No. All right, back to the
for
moist
Expendables
time.
5, I guess. He's a fucking action movie hero. I have to
Nudge
wonder
you on
what he thought
bestie.
would
It's
happen
like the
next.
saying, fool me
Maybe
once,
he
shame on
expected
me.
him to
Fool
let
me
him off
twice,
with a
shame on
warning
you.
because it
Fool
was
me
so
7 times,
cool.
go to
The officers
jail.
would come out there and just be like,
America,
"Brother,
okay?
that
No.
was the most badass
No, we're
thing
not.
I've ever seen."
Send help.
Fist bump.
I need
God
a
bless
I need a
America.
way to get
Now
out of
outta
here.
This is your warning. But unsurprisingly, they didn't just slap him on the wrist and send him on his way. He is facing potentially life in prison, not only for this incident, but he actually did something very similar previous.
He's done it before.
This isn't his first rodeo with crashing a
What the
car
fuck?
into a building. So apparently he had crashed his gold Toyota SUV into a garage of a private residence to try and scare and harass the homeowner, which he is still facing charges for right now. So this fucking dangerous, unhinged goofball treats motor vehicles like they're missiles. He is just blasting these into any building. Nowhere is safe. You know that statistic that gets tossed around from time to time about how you're more likely to be killed in your chair in the living room than you are on a plane, in a plane crash? I'm starting to believe that now, because with this kind of person out there in the wild, you never know when a car is going to be just crashing through your walls.
Too
like
much Capri Sun
like
and Red Bull drink water.
And just hitting you in the living room out of nowhere. Like, that is just, it's incomprehensible. So he's built up quite an impressive resume here with a lot of charges to his name. So for the first incident, he's facing burglary, criminal mischief, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and harassment. And now for this one, he's facing a terrorism charge, which carries a minimum sentence of 30 years and a maximum sentence of life, causing widespread injury or damage, aggravated assault, burglary, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and criminal mischief. The punishment fits the crime here. It's not like these are exaggerated charges. He just blindly blasted his vehicle into this building. He had no idea if there was going to be people on the other side of it, which could have easily killed people. So yeah, all of these charges really fit the crime. He is not safe to be in society, especially not behind the wheel of a vehicle. Now, one other thing I find shocking about this footage is how calm the officers are in responding to this. They make it seem like it's just routine, as if cars are just crashing through their walls every hour of every day. It's like they just get out there and they're annoyed, like bothered.
Yeah, right? Let me just go look.
Jeepers. Jiminy Christmas. Another one? Alright, come
Are
here,
there any
son.
Florida man stories?
I can't believe you've done
They
this.
the best kind.
Alright, book him. Now we're gonna have to clean up another wall. I just don't know how
They're
it's possible to be that calm.
I used to
in
live
that
in
situation.
Florida
They
back
just
in the
look
day.
exhausted. They look tired.
But it was when I was a kid, so
Whereas, like, that
don't
would
remember
be
any of that
the
unhinged
most
shit.
shocking jump scare imaginable. Jump scares don't scare me in horror movies or horror games or anything like that, but this would probably actually have me shit myself. 100% I would stain my britches. That is the most unexpected thing to happen. And it's not like that's immediately what you would expect the sound to be. Like, they were in the room over, so they would have just mainly heard it as opposed to see it right away. That must have sounded like a bomb going off. My first thought would be that we had just been hit by a drone strike or something. I wouldn't immediately think like a car came through here or something. Like that I would be in a panic. I would be inconsolable. I'd
Let's
be
do
shaking.
this video.
Meanwhile, these two officers here walk out like they'd just been rudely interrupted from
Never
their
mind, I
nap.
clicked on it, but nothing happened.
What do I think of you?
There we go.
You can collect big-time cryptocurrency. It's real fun and easy.
Cryptocurrency,
You can collect
really?
the big-time token, battle across time and space, choose from 6 different classes, raid dungeons, and make friends along the way.
You get the
Wanna get
big
started?
time
Access is
token.
limited, so act quickly.
There's a particular
The big
clown
time
that I've made a
token,
couple videos on
whoa.
over the years
I love
because he can't help but
cryptocurrency.
embarrass himself sometimes. And in the crypto community, he's looked at in the same way a fart is, where it's something that just makes you laugh because it's a little silly and a little stinky. His name is BitBoy Crypto. I'm not here to just give you a recap and go over his resume. There's plenty of content that goes over all of the shady things he's done over the years. Instead, I want to focus on the modern day, present day, 2023 AD, where once again BitBoy Crypto couldn't help
Oh, I
but
gotta
make a
level her
fool of
up,
himself.
fuck.
He just broadcast an unhinged live stream here on YouTube that frightened more people than the original run of the Blair Witch Project. He was streaming himself
What's my
outside of an
resin at?
individual's house that he was having beef with and accused him of stealing
Oh,
his
yeah, I know
Lamborghini.
Oh,
So he was
I've
there
seen
to
this video
confront him
before, but we can still
directly
watch it.
and had a weapon in his car as well. So the whole situation was dangerous. The things he was saying was alarming, and eventually officers do arrive there, but then there's another plot twist that's revealed at the end that nobody, not even God himself, would have seen.
I didn't mean to remove
this
that.
Whole
Fuck.
stream played out
Whatever.
like a mission in Grand Theft Auto 5. So I'm going to show you some clips from it. For the first clip here, I'm not going to show you any of the video footage because he just reveals where this guy lives. So I don't want to show any of that, but I want you to hear the audio because I think it's important.
Carlos has my Lamborghini right here in his garage. So today, guys, I'm going to be live streaming and I'm going to be telling the entire story.
Now, it's important to give even further context to what led to this situation. He's there because he believes this man stole his Lamborghini, and he's going to spill the beans, let the cat out of the bag here, and talk in depth about this individual as well as his association with this unique cast of characters and different things. And it's a lot of very eyebrow-raising, alarming accusations he makes against him. Things he said he's done or things he's capable of doing. And from everything I've read from the community, as well as everything I've read up on in the Pitbull Cinematic Universe leading up to this situation, no one knows if these accusations are truthful. However, even if everything he says here is beyond a shadow of a doubt the truth, you know, BitBoy Crypto is fluent in facts. Everyone can agree that he handled it in the worst way possible. This is not.
Oh, he's stuck. Goofy dog.
Should have gone to authorities, had to go through court. Instead, Ben, his name is Ben, rolls out here like he's fucking Batman. He's rolling out here like he's the spirit of vengeance, scooting in sideways with his truck and a weapon in his truck, just in case shit gets hairy. Like, that is not optimal at all. And then streaming the whole thing on YouTube, turning it into a fucking spectacle, is bafflingly
I don't know why people do stupid stuff.
Oh, stop. No, I do not. I do not. I have one in my vehicle. I do not have a weapon on.
Now this is when the cops arrive into the equation. They confront Ben saying, "Hey bub, what's going on here, Buster, huh? What's all the commotion?" And this is when a very intriguing narrative starts to unwind.
I'm sorry, I reached too fast, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. Okay. I'll put the phone down. Okay. Alright, okay, alright.
Well, this sucks. My main DPS does like no damage to this guy, so I'm kind of just
putting that phone down
sucking.
Was harder than getting a child to eat their vegetables. He did not want to put that phone down because for him, it seems like he's fully conscious. All of this is great for the community. So he really didn't want to put that phone down, but eventually he plays ball. But he makes sure to put it down in a way that it still captures him and all of the glory that's happening. Which is so fucking weird why he wouldn't just turn the stream off here. He is proudly filming his most embarrassing moment in this dimension. He is going to the Doofus Club to receive high accommodation, and he's doing it with a smile on his face.
Let's go do this.
This man inside of this house.
One of these. Dim Forest. We'll do this one.
Okay. Yep. No weapons. No weapons. Where in the car is your gun? It's in the back seat. Back seat? Yep. Is anybody else in the car?
I feel like I should mention that this wasn't something that caught him off guard. He even said earlier in the stream that he'd like the cops to show up. He knew that this was a very likely situation where cops would arrive at the scene, and he welcomed it with open arms. But now that they're here, it's not exactly seeming like he's all that happy to see him.
When the force is no longer
the officer
dim.
just asked him a very important question. Is there anyone else in the car? And boy howdy, you're not ready for what comes next. I don't care how much you've studied the periodic table, you are not prepared for this element of surprise.
Yeah, so who's in the car? What's that? Who's in your car? Who's in my car? Yeah, okay. Let's, who's in your car? Who's in my car? Who's in your truck, sir? Cassie is in my car. Cassie's in my truck. All right, Cassie. Cassie's in my truck. My wife knows that we're here, by the way. She knows we came to do this. My wife is aware. So we're live on YouTube right now. Okay. We got about 2,500 people watching. So, Cassie's the girl I have an affair with. She's involved in the situation with me and this guy here.
Cassie's the one that I have an affair with.
I was watching some kind of early 2000s, like Young and the Restless.
That's
some kind
so
of
funny.
Like, you couldn't have scripted that any more dramatic. Like, he starts taking those pauses, like, who's in my car? Sweat pouring down his face, maybe like a close-up zoom in. Well, let's, who's, in my car? That car. Who's like, and then eventually, he finally spits it out. Fucking Spitboy Crypto here finally lets the officer know who's in the vehicle after he asked the question. The officer had to pull teeth to get there, but he finally states that the woman in the car is the woman he's cheating on his wife with. And then immediately, like, he knows Stream is watching because he made sure of it. He, for some reason, didn't anticipate that the officers would look at his car and realize there's another human being there. So I guess it just never even registered in his smooth brain that the officers were going to find out that the woman he's having an affair with is at the scene. Unless she activated some kind of or some shit, some kind of forbidden, you know, ninjutsu to disguise herself, like they were going to find her. And for some reason, he kept the stream on, even knowing that was going to happen. So he immediately starts talking to Stream, and not even the officers really, like, but my wife knows that Cassie and I are here. I had an affair with Cassie, but my wife knows we're here. You know, we had actually just come from my daughter's tennis match. She knows we're over here doing this. You know, it's not exactly scummy or slimy because my wife knows that the woman I'm cheating on her with is here with me at the scene with this guy that I'm having this problem with.
In the situation with me and this guy here, my wife knows.
The lore runs
we were just
deep.
at my daughter's tennis match. Cassie and I have came over here because this man is extorting me. He's death threatening me. He stole my Lamborghini. My Lamborghini is in his garage right now.
The officer just did the kindest thing anyone's ever done for BitBoy Crypto in his whole life. He turned the show off. He takes his phone, turns it face down, so that people can no longer see all the action and all of that. Now, he doesn't turn the stream off, maybe he didn't know how, but he puts the phone face down and he leads BitBoy Crypto away from it so you can't really hear him very well and you can't see anything anymore. So, he just made it private. Which is what this whole thing should have been in the first place. If all of these accusations are true and all of that, it should have been handled privately and instead of turning it into a live stream and escalating to a point where you're bringing a fucking weapon to this guy's house. Now the stream continues for about 18 minutes after this, but it's all just the void. So you can't see anything anymore. Eventually the stream ends. Now the stream lasted just shy of 40 minutes, and throughout the entirety of it, he is speaking very rushed, very out of breath. Sometimes it really feels like he may be under the influence of something.
No one picks on Encore's friends.
I'm just giving it the old eyeball. He's just speaking in a way that feels like he's not in his right mind. He's not in a healthy headspace. And most of the community is attributing a lot of this to the really rough month BitBoy Crypto has had. I mentioned that I was reading up on the BitBoy Crypto cinematic universe. Well, that's a novel longer than Homer's Odyssey. It has so much that has happened in Ben's life over the last month. It has been an incredibly long read on.
Where we going, blood? Are we going over here? Oh, we go over y'all.
Turned on its ass. It's in a position now where he feels he has been the victim of a scam.
Oh no, Dead Rover.
Incredibly ironic and actually a gut-bustingly great joke, because for a long time BitBoy Crypto has actually had a reputation for being looked at as a scammer himself in the eyes of some people, with many feeling as though they've been victims of scams that he has run, allegedly. So when that information came out, the floodgates really started to open. A lot happened with his company, and he eventually was saying like he didn't even have $20 to fill up his tank of gas, and then was like asking the community for donations. It was a mess. But a lot of that has been going on over the last month, and then it led up to this. So there is speculation that perhaps this is his breaking point. This is him having a meltdown, a breakdown that he is streaming now. And I think that's probably accurate. This whole situation here doesn't exactly come from a thought process that's thinking rational. Now, Ben did get arrested at the scene, but you can't put Big Ben in the pen for long. He spent about 8 hours in the slammer, according to his tweet this morning. He was charged with loitering, I guess, and he immediately took to Twitter to let the world know, you don't tussle with the muscle. According to BitBoy Crypto,
bye-bye,
he's been on
pomegranate.
steroids, and if that's the case, if that's true, I don't know where his muscles are. He must have minted those on the blockchain, Seems kind of a waste to be on steroids without actually working out. I also watched an interview where someone who has worked closely with Ben has accused him of suffering from roid rage, and I've seen a few people start to say that that's what this stream was, the product of a roid rage incident. I don't think that's the case, and I don't know how true the claim is that he has roid rage blow-ups from time to time, but I thought it at least as, well, that had something to do with it.
Bam!
Personally, I don't think it did. He also did make a lot of other tweets this morning. One of them really
I want the
just
buff.
makes it
I
feel
want
like
the
we're stuck in a
buff.
fucking reality
Yes.
TV show with him now, where he's talking about Cassie, the woman that he's cheating on his wife with. He comes out screaming that he's not getting rid of Cassie, saying that his friends and family have lied, manipulated him, they want to break him up, but he's never getting rid of her, never. Then says, me, my wife, and Cassie are trying to figure this out. We're all grown adults capable of making our own decisions, and we don't need any of you to help us with that decision. Please butt out of my personal life as it relates to my relationship.
Bam, 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 bam.
It's a personal relationship, and it should be a private matter, but with BitBoy Crypto, there's no such thing as privacy. That word, like, doesn't exist. He, for a long time, has shared so much about himself and his life online, publicly, for a long time. So, obviously, people
Oh no, the gas
know
is
a lot
very
about
bad. It
his
kills
situation
animals
'cause
sometimes.
he shares a lot of it.
But not the
He may be a
monkeys.
goofball, but he is correct about something here, that they are all
The
adults and they
squatches
can make
are
their own
flesh.
decisions. That is true. But if I may chime in with a little unsolicited advice to his wife, don't stay with a man who's going to cheat on you. Why be faithful to a man who's not going to be faithful to you? If this was a polyamorous relationship and it was agreed upon in this marriage where they could see other people, that'd be one thing, that'd be fine, you'd be on the same page. But from everything that's been put out there, it was not a poly relationship. This was an extracurricular activity happening outside of the marriage. So if you wanna try and, like, work through it
Extracurricular.
together, that's your right, that's totally fine, it's what you want to do. But just know,
Hit him with one of
very much
these.
drawn a line
Bam.
in the sand.
Oh.
No matter what happens, come hell or high water, Cassie will be there. So basically, you're now making a decision moving forward on whether you want to stay with BitBoy Crypto and also marry his mistress, because he's made it clear he's not going anywhere. She's tagging along forever in this WWE match we call life. So again, they're adults. They can make their own decision what they want to do with this. This is a private matter that, for some reason, BitBoy just keeps
Bam.
publicly. But anyway, just a wildly dangerous and bafflingly unusual
No, you don't.
situation here with this stream. And,
I'm immune to cringe now.
give you the update on
I
the
am the cringe.
saga.
Always have been.
Willies, let's race!
About 5 months ago, I made a video about a YouTube prankster who had just gotten shot for doing
Why,
one of his
hello
degenerate
there.
harassment pranks on a stranger.
Pomegranate.
And he survived the shooting and luckily learned his lesson. He had a big come to Jesus moment while in the hospital fighting for his life, and he realized the error of his ways and vowed to be a better person as a result of it. I'm just kidding.
Lies.
If I was Pinocchio,
Cap.
my nose would grow so much and poke the camera from
Cap.
the size of that lie. This isn't a Hallmark movie. This is a douchebag with no self-awareness.
I
and
gotta
no grip
switch
on
to a fucking
reality.
gunner.
He truly believes everyone around him is NPCs from
Cringe.
his content. So what actually happened is, after he got shot and survived, he vowed to keep making prank videos with a big fucking douchey smile on his face. And now, fast forward to today, the jury has just passed their verdict on the shooter. So to break down the situation, this YouTuber, his name is Tanner, was performing a
There we
prank
go.
on a stranger who told him to stop a couple times and then shot him. He was then taken in by authorities where he faced a couple of charges, the biggest one being aggravated malicious wounding. And now today we have our answers to what happens next. Also, the video of the prank and subsequently him getting shot has released. So let's go ahead and start with that footage before we see what the jury ruled in this case.
What? Quit thinking about my twinkle.
What's that mean?
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
No.
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
Get out of my business, like I'll stop.
Quit thinking about my twinkle.
Stop!
I have to pause at the climax here because I can't show you someone getting shot, obviously, but you can see exactly what's about to happen. Only Tanner can't. Tanner looks as though he's perpetually caught
I don't like
by
that
the
he
orb of
walks
confusion
up
in
right next to
SpongeBob. He is just a
somebody.
legitimately stupid
It's
looking
so
human being
it's so
who has
weird.
not registered that there are people
So
out there
and he
that
looks
aren't
obviously
in the most
just
healthy of headspace, so if you
uncomfortable,
harass them,
super
they're
uncomfortable.
going to snap, and that's exactly
That
what
guy
happened
does.
here. Now, in the previous video, I mentioned that the individual that shot Tanner, his name is Coley, is someone that's not exactly an anime hero to be cheering for. I know everyone hates pranksters, but what he did here is an unhinged response to the situation. I dislike pranksters as much as anybody. I look at a prankster like Tanner the same way I look at a cockroach, with disgust and anger. But even still, just because he's being obnoxious doesn't mean that shooting him is the right course of action. It only takes 20 seconds from the time Tanner fee-fi-fo-fums his way over to this guy before he gets shot, and he only tells him a couple of times to stop. Now, I also don't know what the prank even is here. He's just playing something from his phone that I
Next
can't
material
actually
right
make out the
here.
real
Now we're
words
gonna
of. I
do
think it
this one
says,
real quick.
"Are you looking at my twinkle?" or something. Which is fucking stupid. What is the prank?
Oh,
This is
material
just
on the box,
shameful.
bet.
Like, he doesn't deserve to be shot. He deserves to be bullied endlessly for this and made fun
And
of
then this
and spit
one.
on constantly. This is just such revolting dog
Chemical
shit that I
X.
truly think he should lose the right to make videos for the rest of his life. I wish the judge would just rule that he can no longer have
jar,
access to
I
a
guess
phone,
this is a
and
big
if he's ever
jar.
caught with editing software on his computer, it's 10 years in the slammer for going against the ruling. Like, it's for his safety, because eventually Tanner's just going to get himself killed since he doesn't want to stop doing pranks like this. In fact, the only lesson he learned from this is that getting shot was great for exposure for his trash-ass YouTube channel, but if he's unable to make videos for the rest of his life, it not only protects him from dying, it also protects the rest of his community from being bothered by this absolute parasite loser vermin. So, there's just nothing but wins across the board if he's forbidden from making videos. I'm telling you, that might be the solution here.
Coley's defense attorneys argued self-defense, and since this happened, the social media world has really gotten behind Coley, saying Cook was harassing him, a complete stranger. Now, you heard Coley tell Cook to stop a few times, but then pulled that gun and shot one round, injuring the YouTuber.
This was the big thing when the story came out because the prank wasn't known. There have been a couple of cases that I also talked about in that video where YouTube pranksters did something legitimately life-threatening to strangers, such as a YouTuber pulling a fake robbery with a knife prank, where they like ran up to someone with a knife and they got shot and killed for it. So there was a chance that this could be
The fuck? What a cool prank.
Coley was in a situation where he feared for his life, where his life was in danger. But now that the footage is out there, it's pretty clear that the only thing Coley was in danger of was cringe from Tanner. So it's not exactly the most appropriate response to that to shoot him. It is harassment, and I really wish Tanner had also been charged for, you know, like harassment or something, or at the very least, criminal cringe.
Coley was found not guilty of aggravated malicious wounding and guilty of shooting into an occupied dwelling because this happened inside the mall. Coley faces 2 to 10 years in prison when he's sentenced. Cook, for his part, says he plans to continue making his YouTube prank videos.
It almost brings a tear to my eyes seeing that we are
Bam,
all
bam,
unified
whoop.
by our
You thought.
dislike of pranksters like Tanner. Embedded deep in the human
And he's gonna go heal himself for all of his health because this game sucks.
pranksters like this. So even the jury ruled not guilty on the more
Oh God, her
charge,
face was all
but
red.
guilty on the lesser charge. So they argued that because Tanner is a pretty tall man with a pretty imposing stature, Cook felt intimidated by him, and since he kept refusing to acknowledge and accept his request to stop what he was doing, he felt legitimately threatened and fearful, which is why he drew the gun and shot it. It was an act of self-defense. And while I'm still not fully agreeing with that, I do actually understand it the more I think about it. I'm looking at this through the lens of someone who's been on the internet for like 20 years and have seen the rise, fall, and then resurgence of insufferable assholes like Tanner, these pranksters that just go out in public and treat people like props.
The monkey's
to exploit.
gonna die.
But someone like Coley may have no idea that this type of being exists. So to him, he's just minding his own business, and then all of a sudden you have this absolute Goliath Wuther come up to you, put a phone in your face with one of his friends doing the same, that's just saying some weird shit that makes no sense to you. You asked him to stop, he's not stopping, now he's following you around, and he's also got like this blank psychopathic stare that he's doing to Coley the entire time. So it actually would be alarming and scary. So maybe there is a real argument there that he did feel legitimately threatened by this guy. And the jury certainly seemed to think so, but they did find him guilty on a lesser, albeit still serious charge, which Coley's defense attorney is saying is a bit of hooey. They're saying that the conviction on the firearms charge is inconsistent with the law given Coley's acquittal on self-defense grounds, so he's asking the judge to set aside the conviction, and the judge will hear arguments on the issue next month. Now, even the news reporter was saying that not many people were on Tanner's side, but you know what? Let's hear from Tanner himself. Maybe this is his chance to win over a few hearts here, and maybe get some new fans on board that want to see more of such a humble gentleman. Let's see what he has to say about all of this.
And regardless of the outcome, you know, the jury's the jury, and we totally respect how our law plays out, and this was the outcome today, and we respect that.
Just real quick.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. He is like an actual apocalypse of cringe. Jeepers creepers. It's like if you took every single unlikable trait about a human being and combined them into a petri dish and grew it into something that resembled a human, it would look like Tanner. He actually
I didn't mean to do that.
So
Oh no.
And that might be why just watching him do something as stupid as making this silly face makes me want to puke. He looks like James Corden if he was just scaled up. Like, if you didn't maintain the James Corden aspect ratio and stretched his image, it would look like Tanner. I think I've really got to the bottom of why everyone dislikes him, even aside from just being a trash prankster.
Tanner, you said you wanted to... What's your message to the people who might have a question about your content itself?
Turn it. Yes.
I don't know. I guess we'll just have to keep watching. You'll continue to make videos.
Well, one more time, please.
How disappointed are you about this? So I really don't care. I mean, it is what it is. It's got
Free.
He acts like what 12-year-olds in the 90s think would be cool. I bet he wish he had a cigarette that he could light right there. I don't really care. God's plan at the end of the day. And then just like flicks it into a bush or something. It's
I didn't even notice it
mind-boggling to
hitting
me
that
how
one.
This guy gets shot and not only doesn't learn any valuable lessons from it, but instead uses it to get an even bigger ego. And somehow views it as
I just wanted the chest. I wanted to teleport me over here.
Now, see what's next. Like, I don't know how he can't realize that him getting shot is an
let's go
indication
grab
he
that real
sucks.
quick.
Like, he actually fucking super sucks. Like a turbo loser. It's, I don't know, it's just almost impressive, the delusion here. I also can't help but be a bit curious here because this was the best moment of his life, I guess, because he did get a lot of attention from it, and that's clearly all he cares about. Attention means more to him than air, and life itself, I guess. So, is he going to have to keep amplifying the extreme nature of his pranks, hoping to keep getting shot, to keep his audience hooked? Because the people that go to him now aren't going to be there for his, like, really, you know, lame stuff like going to Target and bothering employees. No, now they're gonna want to see.
Can I move, please, or am I just gonna die without my possible input?
Show and calling everybody cucks until he gets shot again. Who knows? He's full of awful ideas. But one thing for sure, I won't be watching. Fuck this guy. I just wanted to give you an update on this whole situation. That's about it. Yeah.
Oh. Bam, bam, bam.
The days when I was a young, naive little gremlin.
Bam. Oh.
Things like the tooth fairy and the boogeyman and chocolate milk coming from brown cows. Which, by
Come
the
on,
way,
yes.
according to a survey conducted by the U.S. Dairy Innovation Center, about 7% of Americans still believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows, which comes out to about 16.4 million Americans. Of course, take that information with a grain of salt. I don't know how that data was collected, but I certainly wouldn't be surprised if it's accurate. Go on the platform formerly known as Twitter for more than 5 minutes, and you'll realize that we have truly entered the stupid dimension. We are all citizens of Doofusville, and we're only getting more and more new neighbors coming in here. Well, what's causing all of this? It's
Bam,
like the Space Jam
ulti.
basketballs out there sapping away all of our intelligence. There's an
You are
idiot
super
virus
dead.
spreading, and it's infecting the minds of so many. Where's it coming from? I'll tell you, God damn it. It's It's the darn internet, the cyberspace. They tried to warn us about Y2K, but we didn't listen. While it may not have been the end of the world, it was the end of all rational thought. What I want to talk about today is a story involving an 11-year-old who followed a YouTube fake kidnapping challenge prank and got herself arrested. And this is a very serious offense. It's a fucking felony that this child believed was just a good, fun prank because they watched it on YouTube. So I want to talk about that story and then expand the scope a little bit bigger to internet trends and internet content genres that are legitimately just poisoning people's minds and setting them up for failure for the rest of their life. Since kids have unfiltered access to the internet because most parents don't want to do their job of being a parent anymore, they just put that responsibility on the internet to raise their kids. The onus of raising a child is now on the internet to make sure that it's perfectly curated so a kid can just endlessly scroll through the iPad while their parents do something else and they expect the kid to grow up to be some successful, well-adjusted person, which I don't think is going to be the case. It was just a sad situation all around. I don't even blame the kids. It's not their fault that their parents are absent and just sitting them in front of a screen for hours upon hours every day.
Wait
but anyway,
until
let me go ahead and
tomorrow
get into the actual
evening.
story
We'll see
here,
about
and
that.
then we'll dive in a bit more.
After I do this real quick.
The 11-year-old girl in this police body cam video is in a whole lot of trouble. She made a fake phone call to 911 saying her friend had been kidnapped. She later told cops she thought it would be funny. Well, they didn't laugh. If Monica would never do
She
this
thought it
again.
would be
The classic
funny.
fake kidnapping prank. I can't believe the cops weren't laughing.
Oh, that's
Humorless,
funny.
I tell
That
you.
is funny.
Soulless, in fact. So, the fake kidnapping prank is a timeless classic on the internet. YouTube pranksters have been letting that one rip for many years now. For those that don't know, if the name wasn't a dead giveaway, you fake a kidnapping. Now, what a lot of kids don't realize is those pranksters that are doing that are faking the fake kidnapping. Everyone's usually in on it. The whole prank is fake. Most pranks online on TikTok and YouTube are faked for views, but children don't know that. Kids will believe pretty much anything they see or are told by someone that's older than them. You know, like St. Nicholas wiggling his ass down the chimney to deliver presents, you know? Like, kids aren't thinking that hard about what they're consuming online.
Monkey.
So when they see a prank like that, they think that it's real and just like a good ha-ha,
This is
you know,
the fast-
side-splitting
the
comedy
fast- the
thing.
last
So
portion
this
of this?
11-year-old saw it and thought
I
it would be a fun
think it
prank to
is.
do on their own.
She's accused of faking a kidnapping.
I'm not gonna do this again.
She thought it was funny and it was a joke and she couldn't get in trouble for it.
Police say the girl texted 911 to say that her friend had
This
been
is the end.
abducted by a stranger in a white van.
Obviously, upon receiving
my
texts
God.
about a kidnapping, the department responded, and it was all a complete fabrication. It was all a fib, a lie, a ruse, which is really detrimental to like the entire community there because it's wasting valuable resources from the department. Should an actual emergency come through and they already have like fucking 20 patrol cars deep looking for this kidnapping victim that doesn't exist, you've got yourself a problem. Now people that are in desperate need of help might not get it because the department's already occupied taking care of this fake situation. It's something you just don't fuck with.
Yoink.
The girl who gave a fake name said she was
Gotta follow
following
the
van
P trail.
on the interstate in another vehicle. For the next 30 minutes, she gave updates on the supposed kidnapping. He is tying her up, went one text. He's armed
When
with
was
a gun,
this? This is
said
like
another.
8 months old
Hurry
video.
Up, please.
You can talk to your parents.
They say she fessed up. She stated that she got the idea to prank 911 through a YouTube challenge and thought it would be funny.
So she was texting the officers with a play-by-play like she was John Madden here going through the situation on like this high-speed pursuit, none of which was real, of course. And then when the officers
Oh, the
tracked down
bosses.
the phone number that put in all of these texts, that's when they realized that it was all just a complete fucking lie. And the 11-year-old fessed up to the crime and said that she got the idea from a YouTube challenge. I've said for years, like a broken record, how awful most pranksters online are. Not just in terms of the content being turbo shit, but also just because it really will raise a generation of kids that think that that's acceptable and good and okay. like, for a little while, I was also naive, thinking like, okay, maybe this isn't going to be something that people will try and emulate. There was a period of time where I thought to myself that
Bam!
Most people have
Watch
to
funny cat videos on YouTube. You don't want to watch a prank video? Come on now, they're just so funny.
I've really changed my stance on that thanks to TikTok proving me wrong so often, where pranksters that are faking pranks or these trends that go viral really do have like young people following them and either hurting someone or getting themselves hurt or just doing really degenerate awful
Bam!
things. It's become very clear that the internet content that children are consuming does have a very big impact on how they view the world and reality and what they find to be acceptable and okay, and just it does have a real effect on the direction that they might take in life, especially now with the obsession for attention. Everyone is vying for internet wealth,
sure pranks
and a
are
lot
bad.
of kids growing up want to be YouTubers. That's like one of the main dream jobs that children want.
We did it!
And when they see prank channels getting huge views,
Depends on the
they
prank.
will try
If
and
it's an
emulate
actual
it, and
prank, it's
have tried to
harmless.
emulate it, and a lot of them never realizing that it's
Like
fake.
there's a
There's been
goofy
many
prank that
cases
they
of
did
kids
on
getting
high school
themselves
for like a
or
senior
someone else
graduation at
trying
some
to follow
college
along
or high
with their
school.
favorite
I don't know
prank
why I said
channels that
college.
they watched
I don't know
growing
why
up.
I
It's
said
just
high
an
school
awful
twice.
fucking cycle. I understand
They,
every internet prankster.
What they did was they super glued a ginormous dildo in one of the hallways. And it was very goofy. Like, that's a harmless prank. And then you got the pranks where it's like, I walk up to a stranger and I threaten them with a knife to give them all their money, and then afterwards I run away from the cops. No, that's not a prank. Oh, yay. We fixed the world. Oh, I can't see anything now. We did it! Mio, we did it! Oh, so pretty. Oh, so that's what a tree's supposed to look like. It's just brain rot. Yeah, we did it. Yay, Miwa. With the help of Miwa's blessing, we were able to clear the darkness. The way is amazing. With the help of Cammy's benevolence, we are able to get us the 5-star weapon. Da, 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 da. I need 8. I need 8 gems. This is sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Does this give me any gems? Of course it doesn't. That would be too gangster of them. I don't know what's all this fucking flammable stuff everywhere. I only really need 2 boxes and we'll be good. Don't lose a 50-50. Is there a 50-50 on the weapon? I don't think there is. Oh, that was almost perfect. I'm just Kobeing it and I'm almost hitting it. I like how the plan is you have to actually use this. I think that's cool. Let's see, is there a 50-50 for this? How many till I get her 20 wishes? Oh, that's so depressing. There isn't. It's 100% in the weapon. I just said cause never mind. Oh, you're just trying to get me on edge. That's not cool, Miwa. Because I already suck at this. And tell me, why can I do a wish, look at this, and then immediately see the results? Whenever in Honkai or Genshin, it takes fucking 12 hours for them to update this. Ooh, Exactly 25. No, 30. Exactly 30. We're not even halfway there. What is the rate up for this? Not that. This. Oh, well, I'm looking at the wrong place. This? Yes. The base, oh, it's 0.8 instead of 0.6, so it's still fucking rare. No. Wait, before I get into a fight, I don't want you. I want her.
Please don't stay too far away from me.
She's so much better. Bam, bam. Oh. Then we hit him with the bam. Then we hit him with this. You grab this. Bam. Hit him with that. Oh. Oh my god, the damage buffs. If ZZ won't be playable for me, then I swear I'll throw my laptop out the window. I just don't see anyone hyped for that game. Like, I don't see it. Like, they announced it. I didn't see a single video release being like, oh my god, ZZZ's gonna release soon or something. They just didn't. No one cared. They're all on the Wuthering grind, or maybe I just didn't get any updates on it. Maybe I just didn't get recommended a video for it. I'm so close to leveling up. Let's do this. This is going to give us a lot of levels. Or a lot of XP. My forward is easy because I can't play Wolf. Guess will overshadow it. I think that's funny because I'm sure they released the ZZZ release date early. They were telling everyone early just to get people to not be as excited for Wawa, but it was already too late. Found its traces. You couldn't walk over there, buddy? Now that's a daily mission I could get behind. That's 1,000. That's crazy. 1,000 experience. Boggers. Stinky wool. This is like 60, huh? I need 60 for that. What am I at right now? I think I'm at 59. When does it refresh? It doesn't give me the time. I wanted like an exact time because yeah, I'll just go over there, fight it, kill it, and then it should be ready by then. It's not like I waited years for it. Oh no, I'm not salty at all because it's been days. I'm sorry, Mio. I'm sorry.
should have the payment ready by now.
It's been a while since I used him.
It's time.
Don't say sorry, Cammy, not your fault. I know. Smack.
Target confirmed.
Let me go. Yes! Oh, big damage. Bam, hit him with that, smack.
Endless reverberation. Stay behind me. Notice pervade.
Target confirmed.
Bam! Big damage! Confirm A. Sheesh. It's my shitty life that wanted to go wrong in every possible way it could. Derail my whole plans, and now I'm unemployed and stuck as my grandma's babysitter. No! Mira, no! It's okay, Mira. You'll find employment. You'll get good job. Better job. Hey, I was without well, if I say it, then I don't know what your life's like. So I'll be like, oh, mine was this bad, and you'll be like, well, yeah, mine's like 100 times worse than that. And I'll be like, oh no. I was trying to make you feel better. Let's just say I was looking for a job for a very, very long time. And then I finally found a job, and it's like the best job I've had ever. So sometimes it just be like that. It might be bad now, but then you might find a job that's super cool and has people that you like. You whore, you ruined my fucking combo! You piece of shit! What the fuck? I dodged! I'm pissed. For my turn, eh? Yeah.
Embracing change. Endless reverberation. Stay behind me.
I didn't mean to pick up the fucking feather. It put me right on it.
It's time.
It's time.
Unleash the fan.
How are you floating? Oh, he fell off and drowned.
This should come in handy.
This should come in handy. Hacker voice. I'm in. Oh, I have to go that way. I dodged fucking 4 times and I still got hit. You can go fuck yourself.
Target confirmed. Unleash the fan.
Sheesh. Get some of these echoes. I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's time.
A tip for Honkai Star Rail. The new event, if you haven't done, trial character is yours that built better. But whatever is given trial for this stage. Use it. Okay.
Target confirmed.
Schmack, schmack, schmack.
Misery follows.
You cleared it super easy? Sheesh. Gotcha, gotcha. I'll have to do that at some point. I feel like something's down here. Nope.
It's time.
Thought it was maybe a way to like drain it and then you go underneath or something like that, but there is no underneath.
Rejuvenating snow.
Target confirmed. All is fair in war.
Oh, thank you, sensor. I didn't mean to click you. But thank you for telling me these are enemies. I would have never known. Let's go to... Das, right here. I heal. Let me see something. I'm very interested in a specific... in this guy, fucking Cappuccino. He doesn't feel right. Let me make sure. When casting heavy attack Mercy, Resonance liberation damage bonus is increased by 10% for 15 seconds. He has 3 cruelty. His heavy attack is replaced with heavy attack Mercy. When casting heavy attack Mercy, Calchero consumes 3 cruelty. Okay, so you have to do that to get Mercy, and then 3 cruelty under Resonance liberation death gear state. Cruelty cannot be acquired. Order hits the target, gain 1 cruelty. When Calchero has 5 killing intent, his basic attack is with heavy attack Death Messenger. When casting heavy attack Death Messenger, So he can't use mercy anymore. Okay. He is so famous. I'm trying to think. How long does this take? I'm gonna get a timer out. Let me see. Clock. Timer. How long does it take to get a specific thing? Stopwatch, that's better. I want to see how long it takes to get Mercy, which is his passive ability. Starting.
Caution.
You stupid fucking bitch. Okay. No. And they cast it. 6 seconds. Okay. Okay, 6 seconds. How much have you weathered the waves? Repeatedly and without restraint. I have weathered them beyond belief. There is little waves left that haven't been weathered is the real answer. So that takes 6 seconds. What about just the... Yeah, how much is this by itself? How long does this take?
Stay calm.
Okay. About 2 seconds. Okay. Let me try a rotation. I'll have to try the rotation with this person. Okay, we switch to her.
Such a nuisance.
And then we pop this. We pop this. You're annoying. It's very annoying that you're up there.
Target confirmed.
Can I grab this? Bam. Okay, I understand this guy a lot better now.
It's time.
Endless reverberation. Embracing change. Commence healing.
Bam, bam. Hit him with that. Bam. Hit him with a charge attack. Bam. Hit him with this. Get my few basic attacks off that I need.
Target confirmed.
Bam. Then you hit him with the charge attack. Bam. Boom. And what a waste. There's no one here. Let's go over to a boss. It's easier to showcase some stuff. try this boss. Okay. See if I can get this rotation down packed. Because I know this will reset my energy. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. It resets my... Oh, no, it doesn't. I am Groot. That's cool. Whoop, that was pathetic of me.
Transmitting frequency. Stay behind me. Frozen blockade.
Back.
Target confirmed. It's time. Die is cast.
Bam.
Die is cast.
No, I don't want to die, I don't think.
Verity showers.
Get over here. Rude. I'm gonna forego a little bit of DPS so that I can just heal up better. Alright. That was a dick move. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Oh, well, I was trying to fucking leave anyway, so. Alright. I don't like Calchero. I'm gonna make this into a video. Hopefully I can use my mind properly so that I can express the reasoning behind it without flubbing up words and stuff. Here we go. Gamers, I'm not a fan of Calchero. Cappuccino Man's here. I am not a fan at all. He's a little edgy boy, but let me explain to you the optimized rotation you have to get in order to play him at peak performance, especially in a free-to-play environment. So, for example, I have this chick, which has a healing set that will increase my damage by 15% for 30 seconds. I also have her thing where she drops a little... well, I'm not in combat, but it'll drop a little ball. You pick that up. It'll last 15 seconds, and it's a 20% increase in damage. Then I have this one to where when I swap out, it is basic attack damage. I should probably show you these things. Basic attack damage here for 38%. I could forego that and go her instead, but I didn't want to go the double support. I wanted a little bit more DPS here since she gives skill damage, and with Cappuccino Man, you spam his skill since he has it like 5 times. All right, and this is the set I was talking about, the healer set, and this is the thing I was referring to. It drops this. It's a 15% I got it mixed up, but this is a 15% increase in damage for 20 seconds. And it's for the Resonator who picks it up. So it's imperative that we actually pick this up with our main DPS Cappuccino instead of anyone else like her. We can't pick it up whenever we swap to her, which is also why I'm using this person instead of somebody like this. It's because, first of all, Cappuccino doesn't use his heavy attack a lot. He's more using his skill and his basic attack, since his heavy attack takes so long for you to proc. Since that goes with his passive, it takes about 2 seconds for you to proc and 6 seconds for you to actually get it and proc the ability. So that's a bit of time. So we're not using him. He also takes a lot of time for you, not a super long amount of time, but it's a lot harder for you to swap to him and then swap off while popping everything instead of actually using her, because once you throw out her passive and all her abilities and use a heavy attack, she's basically, her concerto meter's maxed out and you're ready to immediately swap off of her and go to your DPS, which gives us enough time to pick up Baizi's passive right here. Baizi's passive gives us enough time to pick this up since it only stays on the field for 15 seconds. So we got to be really fast with our second support character. So we pop her. We use her E ability last so that we drop that thing last to give it a max amount of time to stay on the field. We switch over to San Hua. I don't like saying these names. They're very hard for me, Cammy. So we swap over to her. We spam her abilities. We have the support set on her. So then we regen energy a lot faster. We pop her ult. We do the heavy attack. Get rid of it. Our concerto meter's full. We pop this real quick, which sometimes it does a hold ability for some reason, which makes you stay in it longer. You can just basic attack out of it after you hit an enemy. But it is annoying since I am not holding this at all. I am just tapping it, and sometimes it'll still do it. But anyway, we do that. We get the bonus damage from this, which is 12% for 15 seconds. We get the bonus damage from the whole set itself. So these two characters are absolute maximum bonus damage, okay? So then we finally swap over to Calchero, and to get his bonus damage, we have to go over here. We have to hit him with a Mercy, which is the passive is maxed out, and we have to do a heavy attack with it, all right? You know, the heavy attack passive, once you use a skill 3 times, you use the heavy attack, and you can't be in ult form when you do this, because if we scroll down, the ult form version of the heavy attack is actually changed out with another word. So I am 90% sure, since it changes the wording here, and since this changes to Death Messenger and it's not saying Mercy as well, that this will not, or this won't be procced whenever you're in your ult state. So you have to do it before you enter your ult state. You'll get a bonus of 10% for 15 seconds. Then you can go into your ult. Now his ult's a little slow to charge, but that is the main rotation. So that is one of the reasons, mostly because to get the main DPS out of this guy. Oh, by the way, I'm running, you know, the obvious electro set on him. The main way to get the maximum damage for this guy is so convoluted. Most of the time you're running out of 1 or 2 buffs on the way there, and it just feels really bad because I like to maximize rotations. It feels good for me. And the fact that you have to do all of that just on him alone in order to get it, it falls off. So right now you can see we have nothing, no ult charge, no concerto meter gains at all for anyone except for her, but she charges them stupid fast anyway. So we're just going to go through this rotation. Hopefully I don't die. And I'm just going to show it to you. You know what? We'll go to the first difficulty just to show you what I'm talking about. You know, make the boss easier. So we're going to start with him. We're going to charge up our ult early so that whenever we swap to him again, we have it up there. And we're also going to charge up his passive ability so that whenever we actually get to him, we can use his heavy attack immediately instead of wasting time in the rotation. So you can see his ult charges stupid slow. We're just going to pop this. That was actually lucky that I hit him there. So then we're going to swap to this, charge this up. Okay, perfect, sick. All right, Great showcase. Great showcase. You know, great showcase. Let's try this again. All right, that's awesome. Awesome. You know what? Great. I swear I'm good at this game. I'm average at this game. I'm mediocre at this game. All right. Well, let me swap back. So we got his ult a little bit charged. We got his passive all charged up. So honestly, we can just immediately go into this. Subscribe to Cammy. Yep. We're gonna pop all this. We're going to get her up, get her passive up. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom. All right, we have our concerto meter up, so we're gonna pop the E, then we're gonna swap off, go to her, use all of her abilities real quick. Make sure you don't pick up that thing she dropped. Pop this. You only should have to hit him a few times, then we can swap to this. Okay. Okay, well, this is going terribly. You know, let me not do this to a boss because this is how hard it is in order to proc everything. This is how difficult it is to proc everything. So let me go to an easier boss. Let me go to this guy. This guy AFKs half the time, so I can showcase it to you this way. Let me heal first, obviously. Let me just go over here real quick. I'm probably gonna cut all of this out. This is embarrassing. Yeah. All right, so it's so hard to pop everything like I'm wanting to. I'm gonna go to this stupid easy ball so I can at least showcase you what it's supposed to look like. Let me just fucking pop my ult now so you can see. So, all right. Let me just use this real quick. Ignore this part. I just want to showcase how long it takes to charge up his ult once you pop it and see the problem with the actual rotation itself. Okay, so I'm normal mode, swap. So I'm starting my rotation. I hate this game. Oh my god, I've never been hit by this, but now I'm trying to make a video. Now I just keep getting hit. You know what? I need a refresher. I need a refresh. I need a refresh. I need to calm down. I'm trying to talk and I'm getting hit by everything. I'm gonna edit all of this out. God forbid I show this. I want a realistic showcase. So honestly, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go over here and die. I'm gonna go to this boss and die real quick. Alright, kill me. I need to reset all of my abilities. The best way to do that is for you to just murder me. You gonna hit me? Cammy pan. It's hard to do this and explain everything I want to explain. I didn't even press attack. He just auto attacks there, I guess.
Stay calm. Stand down. I can hear thee calling.
This girl's gonna die super fast. Over photosynthesis. Alright, now everything should be default. Perfect. Just what I wanted. The worst possible instance. Alright, take 12. Alright gamers, I wanted to show you the worst possible instance for us to do this and have his rotation. So what I mean by that is our concerto meter is 0 for everyone and our ult is 0 for everyone. So this is the optimized, path of rotation for him. Now, I don't have the perfect relics or anything, so we're just going to forgo that at the moment here. So first, we're going to charge up his passive. Any second now. Alright, we got his passive maxed out. We're going to switch out to the healer, and we're going to actually start the good rotation. Run away a little bit. Little smacks off. My character can spin too. Back. Alright, now we're going to drop that. Switch. I'm just going to pop everything. Pop that. And then we swap to him. We'll grab that. We do a heavy attack. You couldn't see, but I did the heavy attack. Do heavy attack again to refresh it since it took for so long for us to pop it. And now we can ult to get our max amount of damage. And you have to pay attention to the bottom because you have to make sure that you don't use your E ability. Oh, God, I'm dying. You can't use your E ability. Oh, whenever you're about to do your heavy attack special combo. So we got our passives up again for Calchero. So now I swapped off. Man, he going sicko mode on us.
Such a nuisance.
Come on now, chill, dog. Now pop that, pop our E. Show you another rotation. Bam. Hit him with this. Now we swap back. Go quickly pick this up. Heavy attack. Then we got to charge up our ult again because it takes so long. Boom. Now we can DPS. And just like I was saying before, pay attention to that special bar at the bottom so that we don't accidentally cancel it out with a ability. And that is how you optimally rotate with this guy. You see how convoluted that is? You see how difficult that is for a free-to-play max DPS mode is? And that's the best one I can even perceive you going. Just doing all of that, and the biggest problem with him is his ult charge and the fact that you have to do this before you enter your ult. So you have to automatically already have this passive meter charged before you swap in, because if you don't, then you're going to be doing all of this, you know, wasting all that time where you could be having optimal DPS in your ult state. And let's compare that guy to this chick, which I'm not gonna, I'm gonna spare you the details of having to run this all over again to see the rotation, but it's 100% easier because the way that I'm floating, the way that this chick gets her optimal DPS is by pressing this button. And now we're ready. So, and she charges her ult, which seems like a lot faster. So all you really have to do, even if you're in the ultimate, you can just pop your E and you charge it up, because all you have to do to charge up her abilities, if we just go down here and read this, it's just you have to be above 70% health. And to do that, you switch to your healer before you rotate to her, so she should be full health. This right here, I mean, it's casting the skill gives you another bonus in DPS, so that's easy. And it's whenever your Resonant skill Flaming Woolly or Resonant skill Cosmos Rampage is cast. So that means you can pop it in either before the ult or during the ult, and you'll get this 10% bonus rather than being forced to pop this ability, his E ability passive, or be able to pop his passive ability, his heavy attack charge, before he enters his ult, and then during his ult, it changes to this, which gives him a defense bonus. So, oh, look, he's back. So that's the problem. All I have to do for this chick is this. I guess since he spawned in, I'll show you. You just do that, bam, swap, you just get your concerto meter up like normal. Oh. Alright, got it up. Pop my E, switch out. Pop that. Pop my ult. Hit him with the charge attack. Hit him with this. Swap over. Grab the little ball on the ground. Pop my E since I don't have ult yet. Now we just charge our ult real fast. And if you don't charge ult fast enough, that's fine for either person. Just charge it up, charge it up, charge it up. Heavy attack, ow! And we reset the rotation again because all of my passives are gone by now. That's what I see the biggest problem is for any of these characters, honestly, is charging up that ult. Pop that. Pop the ult. Pop the E. I popped that too early. We'll try to salvage it. Or we will not be able to salvage it. I dodged, but it threw me in the air. Hello? You know, let's restart this. Let's go. Let's restart this rotation. That was messed up. Ra 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 ra. Get away from me! Get away from me! Shee! Pop the E. Now we can start doing this again. Now we heavy attack. Boom. Pop this. Alright, now we switch out. Grab the orb. Pop our E. Pop our ult. Done. You see how much easier that is? I know it didn't seem easier. It's still difficult with these two characters having to swap in, drop this ability at the right amount of time, you know, do all that. But whenever you switch to her, you don't have to worry anymore. It's kind of like free. When you switch to her, that's your DPS phase, no longer your buff phase. When you switch to Cappuccino, you still got to go through your buff phase of using your heavy attack and having that charged up. And then after you're ulting, you still have to pay attention to the bottom concerto or the passive meter to make sure that you don't use your E ability and cancel out your heavy attack. So it's a lot. It's a lot more with him. So thank you guys for coming and watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, Johnny. She's got pretty eyes. So that's gonna have to go through a lot of editing because of how much I died. Panicking Anakin. Alright. Let me teleport out of here before he respawns. I'm not even sure if I'll show off the girl part. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna edit that, release it. Hopefully, release it this afternoon, the end of the day. Thank you guys for coming and watching, vibing, chilling, gaming with Cammy. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm running out of things to do. And Wuthering Waves, we might switch over to Star Rail and start bouncing between the two after that. Because if we look over at our quests here, getting kind of light. Got some blues, like 2 greens left. And our golds are really simple. So, yeah, we're at the end game. Oh, just gotta wait for resin to recharge while we level stuff up. So, like, comment, subscribe.